Alright, February 22nd, I believe. Yep, February 22nd, 2022. I'm here in Lyons, Nebraska, where I live, and this is a northbound empty windmill train coming up the BNSF Sioux City sub. How they transport the windmill blades. Pretty cool. I was on my way to Fremont, guys, when I saw this on the south side of Oakland, made a U-turn, came back here to grab this. He was moving along. Again, this is an empty northbound windmill train. The reporting marks on these flag cars are DPXX. What a way to start off a rail fanning adventure. I call it the 779 BNSF War Bonnet, right at my Oakland Craig co-op. Got a lot of great pictures. It is -10 here today. -10. The wind is blowing. It's very cold, so a lot of my shooting will be inside the vehicle today. And this is a northbound empty windmill train going through my town of Lyons, Nebraska on the 22nd of February. Rail fanning adventures. Rail fanning for those who can't. Changing the world 1 mile at a time. Now here comes our rear end view. This guy coming. Oh, 70 Mac. February 22nd, 2022, here in Fremont, Nebraska, and this is UP using foreign power, 3105 and 3350. With the lead unit in 8017. We push into the co-op that has the KW engine. Rail fanning adventures. Doing yard work here in Fremont. Pretty cool. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, on the Union Pacific Transcon line. The local 819. That's local power here for UP. Back into Fremont, heading westbound. On main 1. And let's see what he's bringing back into the yard here. Anything good? Ooh, it's cold. Let's put that window back up. Oh, here's a brand new National Steel car. That's cool. Brand new car. Actually built this month. Wow. Tell you what, 819's pulling a pretty long string in. It might be the valley turn. He might have went down the valley and picked it up. This is pretty cool, this graffiti here. on the cargo hopper. Well, I see one fallen flag car coming to Cotton Belt. There we go, there's our fallen flag. Right now the temperature in my truck says 2 degrees, but it's a real feel of negative 10 to 15 with the wind. I'll be doing a lot of shooting from in the car today, guys. And again, I have shots today in my spine at 3 o'clock, so I'll have to stop rail fanning for a little bit to go get my lower back done. But I'll be out here for most of the day, bringing you everything that goes by on the Union Pacific Transcon, the former C&W main line, now the Union Pacific. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures Fremont. This is our local, reversing now from the Transcon line across into the yard here in Fremont, the former C&W main line. He's heading east. Again, this train has a SSW cotton belt in the mix, and its power 819 is the leader. We just saw our conductor riding the tail end of this string as he reverses off the Transcon onto the C&W main. Former C&W main, now the Fremont Blair division. Omaha Bypass, it's got many different names. Here comes that beautiful cotton belt. Grab another picture of that. I enjoy seeing the old railroads, the old cars, the fallen flags on them. It's a nod to the rail history. Took a picture of this car girl earlier. It had some interesting graffiti on it. An upside down crow. That was pretty cool. Well, I put a decent amount of time, you know, making that. And again, here comes that brand new car from Canada. Right after this ARMN cryo tank. Right here, National Steel car. What is the built in? Yeah, it's too small for me to read, but brand new car. And again, this is 819 shoving her east. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, February 22nd, 2022. I am here in Fremont, Nebraska on the UP Transcon line. And here comes an eastbound manifest coming into town. one is going to be taking the former C&W main line east, or the Blair Fremont division. Yep. All right. There's some fallen flags. Right off the bat, good start to this manifest. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Ian, there's a beak hole. I-beam. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I'm not outside using my tripod. It is negative 15. Between negative 15 and 70 degrees today. The wind is blowing. What is that? A Lake Erie, Franklin, Carolyn. Here we go. The wind is blowing pretty hard. It is still snowing, flurrying, icing out. So I will be doing most of my shooting from inside the new Rail Fanning Adventures truck with the heat on. Alright, we have some auto racks coming. Again, this is heading eastbound. It just came off the Transcon line and is now on the former C&W line, heading east, or the Blair Fremont division, the Omaha Bypass, whatever you guys choose to call it. That is the line that feeds my job in Blair. Although most of my cars and stuff come out of Council Bluffs, but from time to time we do get a train or two that does come in from Fremont, depending on who's got time and where the cars are coming from. Oh, we have a Grand Trunk auto rack coming. There's a fallen flag for you. Oh my. So we started out as a manifest, went into an auto rack train, and we're going to end as a stacker on this particular train. A little bit of everything. There's Grand Trunk for you. Another fallen flag car. Yeah, we have a mid-train DPU coming, and then a stack train. A little bit of everything on this one, on this eastbound. Again, we are Rail Fanning Adventures, and we are changing the world one smile at a time, because we are out rail fanning for those who can. Here's our mid-train DPU, 5825, a C44 ACTE. Some new AOK well cars, 353 footers there. Florida East Coast. Grand Trunk Western, GTW reporting mark on those three well cars. Another yellow Florida East Coast right here. All Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the end of our Eastbound Manifest Auto Wreck Stack Train. Real Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, previously recorded working the co-op. Comes that foreign CSX foreign power. For the long, oh wow, look. A truck running right in front of that train. Shocking, not here in Fremont, that doesn't happen all the time. Here's our foreign power, CSX 3350 and CSX 3105. Here in Fremont, Nebraska today, February 22nd, 2022. And I believe this train is still working. Let's pan to the east here. It is working the co-op that has the C&W all the way back down there. So yeah, they are building a corn train right now. Again, there's our foreign power for the day. 2 CSX units. They actually look pretty clean. The Union Pacific Leader 8017 pushing that string of cars back into that co-op all the way down there. Real Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, February 22nd, 2022, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Here comes an eastbound stacker on the Union Pacific Transcon line. See, the front end of this train has been plowing through some snow. It is like -8 or 9 right now here. The sun poked out, so it is warming up a little bit. But this is the eastbound stack train coming off of the Transcon and heading east on the C&W main line. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to mount this on my dashboard right now. Close this window because it is extremely cold and windy here in Nebraska right now. Again, this train just came off of the Transcon line and onto the former C&W main line, which is the Blair-Fremont division, the Omaha Bypass. It has many names. I've heard people call it many different things. I don't know what the official title of it is, but it is a direct route between Fremont and Chicago for UP, for Union Pacific. So, again, this train is heading east. It'll be it will be going by my job on this line in about 45 minutes. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the traffic, because there is several spots where it is single track on the former C&W main line here. One spot would be Arlington, which they are building a double bridge and making that double track. And then the next pinch point is in Blair, where it does go over the Missouri River, which there is talk about them double tracking and making a bigger bridge there too, so that this particular line will be double tracked all the way across to Chicago for UP. A lot of traffic on this line. Again, Fremont, Nebraska is a great spot to sit and watch UP, BNSF work. And you get all kinds of things through here. Stack trains, auto racks, coal, manifests, windmill trains, military trains. You never know exactly what you're going to see here. So it's always an adventure, a rail fanning adventure here in Fremont, Nebraska. Plus, you get to watch the locals work, both sides, BNSF and UP. So there's always something happening here in Fremont. When there's nothing crossing the main line, you can watch the locals work. On the western side of town here, there's 3 cabooses, 1 Denver Rio Grande, 2 BNs. On the east side of town, there's a BN caboose. Also on this line, at the co-op that's being worked right now, there's a C&W engine. BNSF often has 2967, which is a heritage units and BN paint. It's sitting right behind me right now. I will pan over to that momentarily once this train gets by and show you. It's one of my favorite engines to see. I'm a fan of rail history, so I like seeing a lot of the old equipment and fallen flag colors. Here comes our mid-train DPU on this eastbound stacker. Very large stack train. Pretty big. This is a big one. 8943 is our mid-train DPU. An SD70AH. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to have any rear DPUs. We might not. Ooh, that wind is brutally cold. I have my window cracked right now. Looking west, you can't see past the signals for the Diamond. It is flurrying. Snow's blowing. Right now, my temperature in my truck says it's 5 degrees out with a real feel of -8 to 10. But I'm out rail fanning for our group. Remember, you can change the world one smile at a time. Out rail fanning for those who can't. Rail fanning adventures, that's what we do. Oh, there are no rear DPUs on this train. There's 2 up front and 1 in the middle. Very, very long intermodal stack train. All right, and this is the end of our eastbound rail fanning adventures. As you can see, UP is still building this massive corn train out of the I'm gonna pan real quick. So this train has been building since I got here this morning. It has CSX form power. I believe this is the corn train that comes from Fremont, from that co-op and this co-op right here, and goes to Baltimore, where it gets loaded on a ship and sent to Europe. These are all cars loaded with corn. from the two co-ops here. At this point, I think it's about 2 miles long, about 2 miles long, I think. And down here in the yard is 819 still working. They just went west and worked the ADM on the western side of town. They just came back in and ran for that train. That blue train there is Gavilin's other engine, but it's got blown turbo, so it's dead right there. And then, like I said, Fremont here, great place to watch trains, because this is UP on this side, and over here is BNSF, and there she is, 2967 in BN paint. Again, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. There's the old Burlington Northern Station there, now maintenance away. And as you can see, it is still snowing here, doing something. There's ADM, and that train is exceedingly long. There's 819, heading westbound, actually off the CNW main line onto the Transcon line. I believe they're going to go over and bring these particular cars over to BNSF on the other side. They have to cross over to that. In the background, however, we have that massive corn train that they're still building, shoving back into the co-op on the eastern side of town here. If this train gets by, you'll be able to see our visitors today, our foreign power, which is there they are. And there's our visiting foreign power, CSX 3105. Oh, the sun came out. Look at it, good shot. 3350 has had the doors open the entire day. I don't know why that is, but yeah, the doors have been open. If you can see from the other pictures I've taken. Let's super zoom and look in there. That's a little strange. And 8017, our leader, which is a C44 ACTE. Again, there goes our ginormous corn train going back to the co-op, probably to hook up more cars. That particular co-op has a very large yard behind it. And our BN unit is on the move. It's no longer here. It did push west there. And we have a green, the diamond down here, I believe for him to go as far as he needs to reverse back over to the BNSF side, which that switch is down there somewhere. Again, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Like I said, there's always something going on here in Fremont. Again, this train has stopped. Got another picture of them. We don't really see a lot of CSX out here, or NS for that matter. Every once in a while you'll catch one. And there's the giant UP yard here. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. On the BNSF side of things, here comes 2967, leading its string of cars out of their yard here in Fremont. UP's local just brought some of these cars over from the other side. 2967 went down and grabbed them. Again, 2967 is a heritage unit on the Heritage app. And BN Paint Original BM paint. Followed by 2940. Pulling the cars that just came from UP and some stuff they had in the yard. I believe this is the Hobson Turn. I'm not 110% positive, but I believe they built this manifest and then it heads south to BNSF's Heartland Division in Ashland and then swings west and goes to Hobson Yard. Right now this train is heading east, but it will swing south momentarily. Actually, right back there, it takes the turn to the south. BNSF's Sioux City sub, which this train is on, is a north-south route. It does run east-west here in town, swinging west to turn north and cross over the diamond west of Fremont, on the western side of Fremont. Again, if you come to Fremont, you can literally sit in between BNSF and UP here. There's a big rock parking lot. There are several people that come here, railfan. I've run into two of them. Good spot because you get both BNSF and UP. And there's always something happening here between the locals running back and forth between the yards and then the mainline traffic. So, great spot to sit and watch the train. Oh, that's interesting. That car right there just came out of my yard the other day. That little NDYX was in my yard for about a week. And we shipped it out the other day, and there it is again. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, February 22nd, 2022. I'm here in Fremont, Nebraska, on the UP Transcon line, and I believe this is a eastbound loaded coal drag coming into town. The local just spotted this string of cars right here. That string of cars actually goes over the other diamond here on the east side of town to the customers on the other side of BNSF. Again, this is eastbound loaded coal coming at us momentarily. See it coming under a bridge there. And there we go. 2704 leading. This particular train will be going straight into Omaha down the original train. 5589 the second unit. There we go. Loaded coal heading east into Council Bluffs, Omaha, on the Transcon. MAXX are your reporting marks on these cars. Man, it is cold. As I said before in the earlier video that will also be, we're going to make my YouTube video this evening, Fremont's a great place to watch trains because you never know what you're going to get. Anything from loaded coal, intermodals, manifests, military, crude, ethanol trains, feed trains. There's all kinds of stuff that runs through here, both on UP and BNSF. It's one of the many spots out here where you can see both main railroads operating. When there's not something running east or west on the main line or north and south on BNSF Sioux City sub, there's usually locals going back and forth between the yards and the customers here in Fremont, so there's always something to see and photograph. You quite often have maintenance away working. Oh, our corn train's finally leaving with our 4 power, CSX power, right behind this train. Again, that was our 4 power today here in Fremont. Oh, that's a different train. That's 4560. That's a different train. Those are... I can't tell. I can't see the wheels yet. Definitely corn. That is coming off the C&W main line, or former C&W main line, the Fremont Blair Division, or what we call it, the Omaha Bypass. It is heading west, and I believe they're going to do a crew change here in Fremont. We'll see, and I will definitely go get pictures of our second sighting of CSX power here. We don't get a whole lot of CSX or NS out here. There's 2 working the co-op east of town here, and that 3rd unit just showed up today, so that's pretty cool. That's our 4 power. Here comes our rear DPU on the coal train. It is 5334. C45 ACTE. And again, here is that other unit train of grain. Stop here for a crew change. Let's go run down there and get a picture of that head end power. I don't know if that's being... Oh, there goes 819 right now, pulling the empties out, crossing the Eastern Diamond here. UP crosses over BNSF's main right here in town to get to Purina, the lumber company, and another 2 co-ops back there. That was the other Hoimer here, and that's 819. These cars will be spotted back there later on. This string of cars right here. They usually shove them here, go in and grab the empties, and then come back out, grab this stuff, and then head in there. But we're gonna take a little run down this down the road here and go get that head out power on that westbound grain train that's doing a crew change here. As you can see, he's got the green at the diamond. He has the green. Oh, he's got the green. That's where BNSF crosses the Transcon line right there in Fremont. He's got the green, but they're doing a crew change right now. So, this is our UP building here where the crews change. And we're just gonna pull over here real quick and get a picture of 4560. There we go. There's our lead unit, UP 913. foreign pallets. Rail Training Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, February 22nd, 2022. After doing a crew change here in Fremont, this westbound being led by, I think it's 9103, is finally getting moving here. Up and look at that, truck just ran right in front of a moving train. That was great. Only here in Fremont will people do that. This westbound grain, well, it's a bulk of some kind of seed or grain or wheat or something. They're all covered hoppers. Heading west after crew changing here has CSX in the same slot as foreign power. And we have an eastbound manifest waiting here to do a crew change, being led by 2631. There we go, there's our 9103 working hard to get going. Pulling our westbound grain, new train of grain, wheat, corn, soy, who knows. SD70AH, and then 4560, CFX 4560 right here. That's an SD70 with kind of sticker. SD70 overhaul, that's what it says on it. That actually says SD70 overhaul on it. And there he goes, passing the waiting eastbound manifest, leaving town here. Another big unit train of corn. Oh! Yep, that's how windy it is here. Blew my hat. Blew the camera. Sorry about that, everyone. I have to leave in a few moments here to go get my spine injections. So this will be the last train for a little while. I might actually have to cut this short, to be honest. Like to see what's on the rear end or middle of this train, if there is anything. Again, these are lowered covered hoppers with either soy, corn, some kind of plastic pellets. I mean, it could be anything. Heading westbound on the Union Pacific Transcon line. This train came off of the former C&W main line, the Blair Fremont division, or Fremont Blair division, or the Omaha Bypass, whatever you want to call it. And it's now heading west on the Union Pacific Transcon line. Next in front of me are the original Union Pacific Transcon. Plugged in the Omaha and went west. I have 4 different transcon lines in my area. 4 different. 2 Union Pacific, 2 BNSF. Within 2 hours, I can see just about it. Great spot if you're a rail fan. Absolutely fantastic. A lot of railroad history here. Then this train will stop doing a crew change. Crew hopped out. New crew hopped in. Oh, tell me that is a He-Man. It is. I got the Sometimes you do see some cool graffiti. That's what Skeletor going by. Nope, and this westbound does have a rear DPU. Wow, BNSF unit pushing up on the rear here. There's a Missouri Pacific right here. Oh, and a BMW. But more importantly, here comes Sonic the Hedgehog. And there's our holding Eastbound. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, the 22nd of February, 2022. This is a westbound auto rack here, coming off the Sioux City Sub, heading to the Union Pacific Transcon line. There you go, gesture. As you can see, I'm multitasking here. I'm doing a live video on Facebook. Well, trying to record the train in 4K for everybody for my YouTube channel. There you go. So, yeah, there you go. There's a westbound auto rack train going by. There's still a unit. An empty or a loaded unit train waiting to pull out here that has foreign power, CSX power on it. There's a train here. There's always something to see rail-wise. There's always something to see rail-wise because you have all the action on the main line, the east-west route for UP, north-south route for BNSF. And then on top of that, you have the locals running all day long here. So, great place to sit. There's a big rock parking lot. Don't go near the tracks. As long as you stay in the car or you stay back from the rails, they don't care that you're here watching the trains. There's crews on both sides. A lot of times they'll stop and talk to you. It really is a great place to rail fan. So, guys, stay safe. Hope to catch you trackside. Later. That's an old CNW. There you go, Southern Pacific. There's a fallen flag for you. Sorry everybody on this video. I was actually doing a live video for Rail Fanning Adventures. Another Southern Pacific. This nice westbound manifest has a few fallen flags on it. Oh, here's a Mopac, Missouri Pacific. There we go. And we got a CNW followed by an SSW. There we go, CNW. CSW. Quite a bit of falling. You do see a lot of fallen flags here, ladies and gentlemen. Both on the BNSF side and the UP side. So, like I said, it really is a great place to rail fan. If you ever get a chance, come out to Fremont, Nebraska. Sit in between the two main lines. Spend the day here. There's places to go eat. There's places to go to the bathroom. Very relatively close. The crews here are super friendly. The maintenance away guys are super friendly. Here comes a cotton belt. Let's get a picture of this beautiful car right here. Fallen flag, and the Southern Pacific fallen flag right there. Always something to see. Rail fanning adventures, rail fanning for those who can't. Changing the world one smile at a time. That was some cool graffiti, an upside down person. Some weird graffiti on these two TTX boxes. Rail fanning adventures. Alright, Rail fanning adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, February 22nd, 2022. Well, I made it back in time to finally see this loaded unit train of corn leave Fremont. Watched them build it all day, and they just replaced the crew, and it is now starting to make its way out of the yard and head westbound on the former C&W main line. This is UP, I think it was 8017 leading two CSX units. Got to watch them build this train all morning. From that co-op you see there in the background, right there. That's where all these cars came from. They were loaded and, oh look, a truck running, yep, just ran the crossing right in front of this train. That's happened several times, and when you watch this video, you'll see several cars running in front of the train. They don't like to wait for the trains here. There's our both of them. There we go. Now he's got a red at the diamond, so this train is going to stop. And they have to wait. I think BNSF is either going to run one north or south on them. So he's going to go probably up to the crew change building, and he'll hold there. And wait. 3050 ET44AH and 3115 ET44AH. They also say DP on there. There's a little thing there, distributed power. I guess they're set up to be DP units. Maybe it's just radio or something here. I don't know. And, both of them are tagged DP, that little radio symbol. As this train starts making its way west. It's corn from the co-op here in Fremont. Again, I watched this train get built today. Crew was working on it all day, back and forth, back and forth. Got several. I got the first pictures of it actually at the co-op. And a couple pictures of it up here as it passed me, and then reversed in the hook and get the other parts of the train from the yard that's behind that co-op. So again, this train's going to stop and then get going again. I'm probably going to stop recording. Rail fanning adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Rail fanning for those who can't. Changing the world one smile at a time. Alright, Rail fanning adventures, February 22nd, 2022. Here comes an eastbound stacker coming off the Union Pacific train. Oh, there's foreign power, and that's in the back. Coming off the Union Pacific line, heading for the Fremont Blair division. Train's heading east. And there's 4230. this eastbound stack train. This train will be passing my job in about 45 minutes to an hour on this line. It's a short train. Wow, yeah. There is not that much to this one. Railfanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Railfanning for those who can't. Changing the world one smile at a time. Alright, caught a little bit of a power move here in Fremont from BNSF. This is the train I started my day out with at the co-op by my house, just coming back. The War Bonnet 778 is right there. Railfanning Adventures. Alright, Railfanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska, February 22nd, 2022. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they dropped off the power that was on this train that I started my day with in Oakland, Nebraska. And now it's heading south with its loaded corn train on the Sioux City side. And there it goes, the War Bonnet 779. There's quite a few fallen flag cars here, ladies and gentlemen, so I did the best I can. Here's one, a Santa Fe right here. Here's a BN, an original BN paint. Another BN and BN paint. Another BN. They dropped off the two BNSF engines that were originally on it and took off. Quite a few heritage cars in here. I know there's a Santa Fe and then a pink Western something. That I caught this train at my co-op in Oakland Lions co-op on the loop. Again, these are all loaded full of corn. This train will head east to Baltimore, I believe, for it to get put on a boat and sent to Europe. There it is. There's the Santa Fe. Oh, and here comes the pink West Central. Right there. Another BN. So I started my day with this train, and now I'm ending my day with this train. Although I'm not done yet. There we go. There's a Lewis Grain Co. Quite a few Burlington Northern cars on this. 2 Santa Fe cars and 2 cool ones that Grainco and the Western, which by the way was pink. You know, it's hard to see at night. I don't have lights on this truck yet. And that's the end of our southbound BNSF corn train. Rail Fitting Adventures, Fremont.